be like me. Can't tell me nothing about who to be when I grow up.
Got him! Canada's underdog story continues.
When I grow up.
He did it again. Japan, no panic.
When I grow up.
Look at Ohio. Absolutely high right now. Swing of hers delivers a big one. Record-setting hit for Rasmus.
Can't stop me running. When I grow up.
We said remember the name. Kinley Rasmus is gone. That matches the Monet Davis record. Rasmus continues to but it's going to be a record-setting. The boy doing big things.
Welcome to Williamsport. It's Little League heaven.
Playing a night game at Williamsport's one of my big dreams.
Treadway getting the crowd off their seats.
Ain't nothing but a good thing. Ain't nothing but a good thing.
Whoa! Little WD-40 on the bottom of that thing.
Canada's underdog story continues.
Let's go Canada!
Ain't nothing but a good thing. A real good thing. Yeah.
The proper way to eat sushi is with bare hands.
Fear the bow.
Kenley Rasmus, her 5th hit, sets a record for a girl.
Everybody's got Fear the Bow fever.
Sun sets here, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania, 74 degrees, just an absolutely gorgeous day and night for baseball. And the electricity on both sides is very, very high. Those kids are ready. They're the ones that are going to face Easton Allen. Let's meet him before they do.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
My name is Walker Osborne, and my favorite animal is a parrot.
My name is Preston Williams, and my favorite athlete is Jamar Chase.
My name is Leo Feltner, and my favorite hobby is fishing.
My name is Zach Hilton, and my favorite dessert is Oreo dirt cake. My name is Xander Kincaid, and my favorite artist is Drake.
My name is Hudson Von Der Eide, and my favorite food is cheeseburgers. My name is Ben Treadway, and my favorite hobby is collecting baseball cards.
My name is Bobby Frazier, and my favorite artist is John Party.
My name is Finn Dykes, and my favorite actor is Chris Pratt.
My name is Kaden Trent, and my favorite school subject is science.
My name is Jack McAdams, and my favorite player is Shohei Ohtani. My name is Josiah Infante, and my favorite actor is Tom Holland.
Great Lakes West Side Little League out of Hamilton, Ohio. Won 3 games in 4 days since losing to Nevada 6-5. They've outscored their opponent with this batting order, 21-3.
This team has been very, very good. You think about the first game they played against Nevada, too. They probably should have won that game. They played really well. They're going to take pitches. This team is geared up and ready to rock for Ohio.
Easton Allen, they're going to go against him. He wants another opportunity. That's what he talked about. He pitched in the game yesterday, did not stay in there long. You look at the numbers. It's an inning pitch. Only threw 3 strikes with the 12 pitches he threw.
Yeah, 9 balls, but the warm-up, there was some conviction, and I think that's sort of a message to him. Throw it hard, let it rip. And there you go. First one lands in there for a strike, and that is Boone Treadway, who will be the catcher after just an outstanding performance on the mound last night.
And this is what we'll see from this Ohio team. They take a lot of pitches. In fact, Boone Treadway, those 8 walks, ties Toddy Frazier up here.
Hey, now.
Yes, sir. Their bender was working there early. It's 1-2.
Yeah, you can see a difference here. They're starting off with the bender. The fastball is what they're always looking for.
Pulled foul, and our manager down there is Tim Nishting. He's probably upset he didn't make that play. Managed 4 other times, man. He is a veteran, a terrific guy, great coach. Each time that he managed, they went 1-2. So obviously better this time around on a 1-2. The infield has been outstanding on the left side. Uriah Berkleit at third base is a shortstop. Kenley Rasmus right there is the shortstop. Kason Smith's made some big plays at second. Riker Rasmus, the cousin of Kenley, is over there at first.
Boone Treadway, as the bat just keeps creeping closer and closer to that plate. His toes are on the line. Proud in that plate.
It feels like an important plate appearance given his last outing. And he lost him, so a leadoff walk after throwing a first pitch strike and getting ahead 1-2.
Not afraid to take pitches. This kid's got to be seeing the most pitches at the Little League World Series. It's got to be up there.
You know, he's tied a record, 9 walks for a Little League World Series.
Epitomizes a leadoff hitter.
And here is Bryson Williams, the 2-hitter, 1 for 7 in Williamsport. Gets the call inside corner, 0-1. They will preach patience, man. They will have everybody up there. If Allen is not throwing strikes, taking pitches. It's middle infield that can turn two. Squares to bunt, it's 1-1.
You're going to see every little thing from this Ohio team, from bunting when they're not supposed to, hitting in different counts. Might see a steal here. They're trying every which way to get on base and get a guy in.
On the ground, up the middle, tough play off the glove of the second baseman Smith. Into center field it goes. Lee will fire to third. They'll go to hold it at third base. Second and third, great start for the Great Lakes.
Not only a great start, but a great reaction. Look at Boone Treadway over here. Watch this hop. The second hop is always the tough one. Yeah, just came up just a little bit on Smith. No second guessing, going straight to third base, and here we go again for Ohio.
Patience and pressure, and that one misses. 1-0. Leo Feltner is the shortstop. He's got a couple of hits. He's 2 for 6. He's well rested, as you can see. A little nap before each game. That's a good take. It's 2 balls and no strikes. So after the loss to Nevada to start 6-5, they beat Massachusetts 10-0. Texas 6-1. New Jersey 5-2.
This is a big spot. We talk about big batters, but this is a monster spot because this is going to dictate how the game goes for both teams.
3-0, Josiah Infante, the big fella, is on deck, and he's coming up with the bases loaded and nobody out. Well, the temperature just got turned way up on Easton Allen and this team from the southeast, Phenix City, Alabama.
Yeah, Infante 5 for 9. Not necessarily showing the power yet, but this guy gets on base and he's looking right off the bat for the first pitch to drive.
Well, what a spot to start this one off. Got the knees. 0-1.
Gotta be so careful. You saw Brooks Cameron behind the plate calling for that one way up. Ended up at the knees. Gotta hit your spots.
He did go up that time, and it was a good spot ahead, 0-2. That sounds like a broken record. We have had this situation so many times in this Little League World Series, and the defensive team has gotten out of it. Bases loaded, nobody out. Allen's fastball misses down. 3 different circumstances in which a team has had them loaded and not scored. Obviously, there have been times where the team has scored. 1-2 on the ground, fielded. Great play. They go home. They go to third. Safe at third. What a play. Uriah Burklight, Brooks Cameron, then back to third. They try to get the double play.
Brooks Cameron from behind home plate wants the replay. How about the quick reacts? This is the beautiful play by the defense because the ball's hit so hard. Did they get him at third? I think he's in there.
Now, Todd, third baseman, do you step on the bag and come home?
That's where you got to know where you're at all times at third base. I would have stepped there, but again, once the ball's hit, your mind goes every which way. I thought he should have went to first base on that, knowing the speed of Infante. He had plenty of time to turn and get him out, but ultimately no runs scored here.
Now Jack McAdams, also 5 hits in this series. And this one, a little blooper to second, smothered over there to have any play? No, and in fact it goes into left field. That's going to bring in another run. And 2-run score as Kason Smith has had 2 difficult plays at second base. And Ohio breaks through first.
Another tough play, that little squibber. Once it hits the ground, you know it's going to make a move. That's a play right there you put right in your pocket once you fall down. The wheels were spinning for Smith. Thought he had an opportunity because of the speed. They make a change already. Put Williams back at second base.
Harrison's at second. C.J. Harrison's gone into play second. McAdams credited with a hit. No, in fact, they changed it to an error. So, yeah, there is C.J. They have taken casing out. Two very hard, difficult plays at second base. And Kincaid gets that one on the ground foul.
In Little League, you can change anybody at any time on the defensive point. And listen, this is a must-win game, so there got to be an opportunity to get somebody in there to make a play for sure.
Kincaid 1 for 8. The count 0-2. That's where he's gone when he's had 2 strikes, and he's missed a couple of times down and away. That play by Berklet was a rocket off the bat of Josiah Infante. He has been really good at third base, gloving the ball. That's a heck of a play by the backstop, Brooks Cameron.
"23 pitches already. It's climbing."
And that one gets by, and that's going to allow both runners to advance. This is uncharacteristic right here for the Phoenix City team. You don't see any balls get by Cameron. And obviously the 2 at second base have led to what could be a very big inning for the Great Lakes.
Outstanding job. That's all you can do. All you can do is exactly what you're doing. We're going to hit. We're going to hit. Does that make sense? You hear me? That makes this whole situation a whole lot better knowing we're going to hit the baseball, right? So, hey, we're good. We have a lot of baseballs ahead of us. Slow it down here. Let them hit the ball. We have a really good defense behind you. Let them work. Does that make sense? We got the jitters out. We're ready to work. Let's go. Make the next play. Y'all got me? Let's go.
So the Rasmus brothers, managed by Case Rasmus. Corey Rasmus is another coach, as is Gustavo Quintero. It's a 3-ball, 2-strike count. There is 1 out, 2 are in. And he throws ball 4. Tough start here for Easton Allen and company.
Talking with Corey just before the game, they said they came out sluggish yesterday too. They're trying to find a way to get this team going early because you know they come back late for sure.
It's funny because it's sluggish, but I think it's more adrenaline nerves like the first inning. Like, it's not that they're lacking that energy. It's more they've got all that nervous energy in this first inning.
Bobby Frazier thought about it, took it. It's 1-0. It's a very patient team, which can obviously drive an opposing pitcher crazy. 15 balls and 11 strikes. Okay, this has been some bad luck here for Allen on those balls to second base. 1-1 to Frazier. Little inside, 2-1. Infield sneaks in, and it's 3 balls and a strike. And you look around, and Berklight is not available till Thursday. Kinley's not available. Riker Rasmus not available till Friday. Jerry Taylor was outstanding, not available till Sunday. They need some length from Easton Allen, and this is another very big pitch. Throws a strike. It's 3-2.
They're going to have to go to some guys that probably have never pitched before, since Little League maybe, 6, 7, and 8 pitchers, if you got them. Somebody else will have to step up there in this game. Huge pitch.
Down, ball 4, and another run's going to come in. It's 3-0 Ohio. They have 34 walks. 34.
Yeah, that's a ton. I think this is the right move here. It's now or never. 3-0, huge hole.
We can catch the ball at second base. We've been in a much better spot. Hey, great job. We throw the baseball. We're good. We got to give him a different look here, right? Hey, pound the strike zone. So let him hit the base. I don't care if I hit up on the hill, hit somebody in the. No, let him hit the ball. You got me? That's strikes. I didn't finish. I'm not getting mic'd up there. Hey, we have 1 out. 1 out. Let's work here. Hey, got to make a play. Nobody feels sorry for us. But good thing is, guess what we're going to do? We're going to hit. Kinley, you feel that? You feel we're going to hit? You don't look like it. Like you sad. You sad? Look at this. It's a beautiful day to win a baseball game. Hey, Easton, Burrow, hey, great job. You understand?
He did throw strikes, and there were a few bad hops there at second base. It is a 3-0 game, and the bases are loaded when we come back. They got themselves a 3-0 lead. They got the bases loaded, benefit of a bunch of walks. And here is kid we saw last night. Cedric threw a scoreless inning. He ended up throwing only 18 pitches, which allows you not to have any days rest. And this is a little different. But the first pitch is just missed. It's 1-0.
He's usually been their closer. That's what they used him twice, big games and regionals. He came in to close it yesterday.
This is that guy that's not afraid of the moment right here. Big time player. He's gonna have to ride this wave the whole way through.
1-1 to Frazier with the bases juiced. Missed away. They have scored in the first inning. The first 4 games, just a couple, but tonight obviously 3 and looking for more. Walker Osborne, that's outside, 3-1. Chris Burke had that comment, you know, free bases are a problem, and they've given a few in this one. Free passes you can work around unless the bases are loaded. Right down the middle, 3-2.
Here we go again, back at it, Jess. First inning, 1 out. Seems like a monster pitch here.
Full counts everywhere, and that's down. Another walk, another run's coming in. And early on, it is all Ohio. I mean, this is the recipe for success for the Great Lakes team. You guys know, 5 walks in an inning, it is impossible to keep runs off the board. This is the same team, though, Phenix City, that was down 5-0 after 3 innings the other night and came back and won. Force play is at home. They nearly turned a double play.
You know, you can look back on some plays. It was a great play over there at third base, but ultimately it was only 1 out.
On the corner inside to Finn Dykes, and it goes 1 ball at 2 strikes.
CJ's got a little zip. Quick pitches, gets in there quick. Not afraid to come inside.
Strikeout there, 2nd out. Elevated fastball.
That's how it's done right there, the fastball. Once you get ahead, and they haven't been ahead to many batters, then you can throw the ball where you want it, out of the zone, just straight heat.
Feels like that's the only time Ohio swings. They get 2 strikes, it forces them to swing the bat.
Strike 1 there. This is Zach Hilton. Fun kid to talk to. 5'1", 12-year-old, Brookwood Elementary. He's in the 6th. His dad played here. That is Chris, mom Kristen, and the 0-1 at the knees. You have to be comfortable having 2 strikes on you in this batting order, in this lineup, and this philosophy. Hilton on the ground foul.
And what they do, they'll fight off a pitch. They'll get going. I mean, this kid right here, he's been battling this whole time, man. He gave me a big handshake before the game. He said, watch out for me today. I said, all right, we'll see.
1 for 3 with a couple of RBIs. And he's gone. Cedric Harrison. He put the fire out. But what a start for Ohio. They take advantage of the walks because it's what they do best. Some difficult plays at second, but right now the Great Lakes off to a great start. We haven't seen Phenix City at the plate yet.
Have to score 4 runs right now. Do you understand? We have 6 innings of hitting the baseball left. Do you understand? We're going to hit. It starts with one person getting on base, and let's go from there. There's a lot of baseball games. Do not have your head hanging down here. You got me. It's going to take all 12 of us doing our job. Y'all got me. Let's get it started right here. Let's go. Come on.
Whole bunch of Major League history in that Rasmus family, and now Little League history. They're going to need to rise up, and before they come to the plate, let's meet them.
My name is Cooper Champion. My favorite food is crab.
My name is Cedric Harrison, and my favorite app is TikTok.
My name is Lorenzo Quintero. My favorite artist is Daddy Yankee.
My name is Riker Rasmus, and my favorite baseball player is Aaron Judge.
My name is Easton Allen, and my favorite subject is math.
My name is Uriah Burklight, and my favorite team is the Braves.
My name is Leighton Burt. My favorite player is Michael Jordan.
My name is Brooks Cameron, and my favorite singer is Zach Bryan.
My name is Jeremiah Taylor, and my favorite food is pizza.
My name is Kason Smith, and my favorite TV show is Young Sheldon.
My name is Cam Lee. My favorite athlete is Lamar Jackson.
My name is Kinley Rasmus, and my favorite hobby is swimming.
Phenix City, Alabama. Not too far from Atlanta, just across the river from Columbus, Georgia. Easton Allen leads things off. I think you have to circle Uriah Burklight, the 3-hole hitter who was so great in the regionals and is looking for his first hit here.
7 hits, 6 RBIs in the regionals. Yeah, 0 for 9. He's gone on base a couple times, but he's the big bat, 3-hole in this lineup.
Here's a lineup right now that you have to understand. You need base runners. The big hit will come eventually if you get guys on to put pressure. And Fonte is that guy right now, long, lanky. He's not afraid of the situation. He looks calm, cool, and collective. A lot of strikeouts, looking to pound his own early. And if I'm him, I'm trying to throw as many strikes as I can.
It helps to have a 4-0 lead when you get the ball for the first time. Not the first time here, but for the first time tonight. Last time we saw him, he was ripping lawnmower starts every strikeout. Allen squares right away. And that first one is a little high, 1-0. Easton Allen, good Little League World Series offensively, 3 for 9, 3 runs batted in. He reached base 3 times yesterday. Kinley Rasmus on deck. Just a little high, close to those letters, but the count goes 2-0. Ruben Ramos is our home plate umpire. Mark Bernstein, Ben Sprague, and Luca Already around the bases. That is in there. It's 2-1.
I mean, Case over there at third base asking a question here. He was looking how he was throwing there, looking maybe at his footing on Infante on the mound.
The name Rasmus, Major League. Corey played, as did Colby, who has been here watching and is here again tonight. Case played professional baseball, not at the Major League level. What do you think this is about, where he is on the rubber or not on the rubber?
I'm not sure. He was pointing to the rubber a little bit. His foot comes up maybe a little bit once he steps back. I think his toes on the rubber there. It's hard to see. I don't see any problems with it. Maybe a little gamesmanship here.
I think there's some of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Infante now digging a little bit. He likes to kind of get that hole in front of the rubber.
Two balls and a strike. Big Joe delivers to Easton Allen. 2-2, good pitch. Good follow through from Infante.
Yeah, there's nothing deliberate about Infante. He's going to take his time, cruise control.
Allen, no batting gloves as he gets set for the 2-2. 3-2. Kinley Rasmus next up, 5 hits, more than any girl in Little League World Series history. And then it's Perklite. And that is a line shot into center field, and it gets all the way to the wall. Allen to second, not stopping. He goes to third. How about a leadoff triple?
What did Case Rasmus say when he called timeout to talk to his team? Hey, we hit. This is what we do. We're going to give up runs, but we're going to respond. First batter gets that 3-2 count and gets it all the way to the wall, all the way around the bases. Lead off triple to get our girl, Fear the Bow, Kinley Rasmus, up to the plate.
But that was a hard hit ball because Williams out there in center is really fast. I thought he would have cut it off.
I did too. I was just looking at it for a second. Going to third base, I thought he was going to stay at second base knowing the score. There was no stopping Allen getting to third.
Here comes Kinley Rasmus, who's hit it really hard last night. Left field playing very shallow out there in Kincaid. Breaking ball down. You hear the Phoenix City crowd and many others starting a Fear the Bow chant. You can see all of the records that she has set or tied.
You can also go ahead and just remove the for a girl, too.
And one more time, Case Rasmus is talking about something on the mound, and the home plate umpire and he are getting into it a little bit. And now the first base umpire is going to chat with him.
Yeah, they got to figure this out right now because this game it's been good so far.
Just continue to argue that foot on the rubber. It's there to start, but when he turns, that's the question that Case and Corey is at first base as well. They're questioning.
Josiah's done a really good job of trying to block out that noise around him. He's got to focus on a very, very good hitter at the plate here in Kinley.
You see, he came off. And then he kind of steps back to go back to it. So that's what they're arguing.
Yeah, I don't, in my opinion, I don't think it's bothering the hitter too at all. I think his foot does come back on the mound. It's not necessarily sure if that's really getting somebody off of their game.
1-2. A strikeout would get him right back on it. 2-2. I saw several of those girls too, like Bow Patrol is all over the place in this building.
They've sold out. You go to Michael's, Hobby Lobby, you name it, they are sold out of the white bows. People are making them, getting torn clothing and making them into bows.
Three balls, 2 strikes. A leadoff triple after giving up 4 runs in the first. Fingernails with bows all over them. The impact Monet Davis had back in 2014. Same situation here with Kinley and her effect across the country on girls who hope to someday play baseball. Three and 2. Be careful. That's down. That's a walk. It's first and third and nobody out.
I know that's not an intentional decision, but it's a good result for Ohio. She has been one of their star hitters. Do not give her something to hit there. Takes the walk.
I think this is a good timeout. Kind of control a little bit. Tell them to understand. Just keep pitching. Stop worrying.
All right? Just do me a favor. They're complaining because you're probably picking your egg up a little bit and you're laying that in the rubber.
I'm coming.
Hey, listen to me. I understand that. All right? Don't let it affect you, though. Okay? Listen. I doubt if he's going to go. If he goes, go ahead and get him out. All right? We're up 4-0 right now. All right? Relax. Deep breaths. Hey, you're not missing by much. Okay? Yeah, I know. All right. Relax. Okay? Come on.
Hey, Kenny.
Yes.
Kenny.
What?
You want me to look back at him or just fire?
Well, you heard the one reference too to I'm not sure if they're going to run. A lot of times in this situation, Little League Baseball, you'll see the runner at first base, Kinley, take off, whether she tries to get into a rundown, draw a throw, and then you'd see the runner at third come in. But again, we circled Uriah Berklet, who is looking for his first hit in Williamsport after an outstanding regional.
It's going to be a battle tonight, I'm telling you right now. Whether they can't find the zone or not, both of these teams are going to hit. We're in for a dogfight.
Ken Coomer and Chris Hilton are the coaches. And he's right. They have not been by much, these pitches that are called balls. They square again. That's way outside. It's 2-0. They'll throw it down. Kinley's going to try to get in a rundown. Allen is coming in. He will score. Rasmus is out, but they got the run. You're Ohio, or are you good with that trade?
I'm definitely good with that trade. That's an out that you're going to take all day knowing you're up 4-0. Take the out. Don't be crazy trying to get the guy out at home. Next thing you know, the ball gets thrown around. This was textbook here. Make her go back to first, then make her commit to second. Easy out. Now nobody's on base.
Yep.
I would have waited just a little bit longer until he threw another strike. But that's a decision they're going to live with.
Berklet bounces one of the shortstop. Feltner's been really good and a nice throw across. And just like that, instead of first and third, nobody out. Now you got 2 outs with a run in.
Yeah, it kind of changed the momentum there a little bit. Looking to drive the baseball. You see where Berklet is right now. That 2-0 pitch usually driven. Got on top. Ohio's momentum back to them.
The cleanup hitter is Kason Smith. He's the second baseman. He's got as many hits as anybody on this team. He's got 5, just like Kinley does. Oh, 2-seamer that faded out of the zone. I think there's a lot of gamesmanship going on in this one. These are veteran coaching staffs on both sides. On the corner, good pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Infante right back where he wants to be, figuring out the strike zone. Calm after all the little shenanigans that were going on before.
Big Kason sits there at 12 years old. He's 5'4.5". He'll get in the kitchen, throw you some pasta, some steak, medium rare.
Okay.
Get behind that. Many of these kids are fans of the Atlanta Braves, and you can know the names they would likely identify on the team as favorite player. In Kaysen's case, it's Ronald Acuna Jr. This was a team that trailed a very, very good Florida team 4-0 in the regionals. They came back to win that game. Two and two. Infante's body language would indicate he's just out here playing a game of pitch and catch.
Pretty much. Nothing has changed on his facial expression at all.
Third 3-ball count, and this is some of those games as well. Smith has called time a few times.
This is a pitch you set up right down the middle, hopefully throw it a strike, and you got to be ready to hit.
Called strike 3 on the corner. And a big strikeout for Infante. Smith sent down. Allen led it off with a triple. He came in after the rundown. 3-run lead for Ohio. The Little League Baseball World Series is presented by T-Mobile. Little League World Series hits different with T-Mobile. The year of the bow. People have had their eyes on Kenley Rasmus when their team started to play, and then you see them in the regionals and you wonder, like, are they going to get here? Fear the bow, fear the throw. Kenley runs the show. Kenley at short, nothing gets through. My name is Kenley too. Whoa.
Oh my.
As of today.
That was really good.
Dr. Seuss-ish.
School must have just started up soon.
It has started for these kids from the southeast. Oh. Yeah, lovely Labadie Stadium. Summer night towards the end of August. There is no better place to be than right here. That one just missed off. Cedric Harrison had to come in for Easton Allen, who is now at second base. And Harrison struck out the last two that he saw in the first. It is 11-12 and then back to the top of the order. Walks have hurt them so far. They cannot afford to get much further behind.
It's amazing to think, though, for a team to take this many pitches and still be able to get on base and drive the baseball.
We're sort of testing the theory that it's easy to throw strikes. And maybe it's not, and maybe on this stage it becomes more and more difficult. Bryson Williams is starting to get warm out there in that pen. Yeah, lands it 3-2.
2 takes there, not only on 3-1, but on 3-2 again. Now you got to be licking your chops.
Cedric is ready. Good one there. Stays 3-2 on a foul ball. Winner will play Nevada tomorrow morning, everybody, at 9 a.m. Eastern time. 9 a.m. Eastern time. There is some weather that's supposed to be around the Williamsport area most of Thursday. And a liner to second, and that is caught in the air. I said Nevada, it's Iowa they play tomorrow. They will play Iowa at 9 a.m. That game will then re-air at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Give it to CJ coming back into that count. 3-0, throwing 3 consecutive strikes into a high-taking team. Bottom of the order here, needed to get contact. He did just that. Sawed him out, in fact, coming inside.
Vonderheide, strike 1. And that's down. That was a game, by the way, for those that didn't see it, started today by Cooper Tisson. He, of course, threw the no-hitter, hit the home run. He was outstanding. And today, they took him out, trying to preserve him for a potential start on Saturday. And that ball is smoked to left field. Champion is there, and he reaches up and makes the play. As soon as Tisson came out of that game, the floodgates opened, and Nevada moved to the United States Championship game.
Frazier, it's all about the drop step. Anytime a line drive is hit at you, you see so many kids in Little League, they just start to backpedal. It was a great job by Champion. Drop stepping back, making the grab. Doesn't look like weather's coming. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, we're not wanted tonight. Tomorrow is when we're worried. So we made an adjustment. And the fastball high to Treadway, who has, again, walked 9 times. In Williamsport, as he said, my job is to get on base, and he's done it really, really well. Another really good take on a pitch that, for about 40 feet, looked like it was going to be a strike.
I think it's a test now. I think he wants to get that 10th strikeout to get the record.
The 10th walk, yeah.
So, excuse me, walk.
Well, it's like auto take. I mean, he's up there. It's 3-0 instantly.
13 batters have come to the plate, and only one has swung at the first pitch. I mean, it's almost like they got to get to 2 strikes.
He did swing, put it up, and it's going to get to the screen and off the top. That wasn't stopping big Cedric Harrison from going after it, though.
He was cooking off that mound.
He was running. No one else was moving because they realized there's no play, but not said. See the hill in the background. As all the major leaguers said, boy, it's a lot bigger in person. Another one out of play. This is where Treadway really shines, because now you get into a situation where he's got to swing at it. He'll foul and foul and foul until he gets that ball 4.
14 total pitches so far and 2 at-bats. This will be number 15 for him.
And he will end up getting walk number 10, automatic.
Puts so much pressure on the other team. 10th walk breaks the all-time record. And again, it just flips it back over to one of your better hitters. Another power hitter comes up, another opportunity to make some noise.
Well, he trusts the rest of his team. I mean, how many kids get here and all they want to do is swing the bat and hit?
Swing.
He knows, hey, I get on base, I'm going to score runs, we're going to win.
Yeah, and it could be frustrating for most of those 12-year-old kids, but not for him.
Bryson Williams was in the bullpen down in left field warming up. So as you saw, they like take your time again, a little more gamesmanship here. Well, get ready, do it on your own clock. Let Cedric Harrison stand out there and feel it a little bit, which gives us time to remind everybody that ESPN is home of MLB.TV. Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand. Use the ESPN app. Blackout and other restrictions apply. For more information, go to ESPN.com/MLBTV. Well, Bryson has made his way to home plate. singled his first time up. That was the hard shot to second base to Harrison at the time. And that one is at the letters for a strike. Easton Allen is out at second base now. Cason Smith was actually the second baseman.
Coach Tim over there, man, he was wondering where that pitch was.
Okay, now we can go. Green light. Bryson's had a couple of hits here. They want it up. Too far. When you were hitting, either one of you, when the catcher stood up or put their glove up, could you tell?
I could always feel it.
No, I couldn't. It
popped up. This one is playable. Allen and Burt and the first baseman Rasmus is there to make the play. A quiet inning by Ohio standards. They did get a base runner, but that was it. Come back to the gorgeous night in South Williamsport for the bottom of the second. Loser eliminated, and we got ourselves a great one. 5-0 game for Pennsylvania. And right back at her. How about two? Are you kidding me? Kinley Rasmus to the rescue. What a clutch hit. Champion makes it a ball game.
With a blink of the eye, this Alabama team doing what they do best.
Rips one down the line to third base. This game is tied at 5.
The ball doing big things.
Cole Warner has got a Superman cape on right now on the mound. You couldn't have scripted it any better. Cole versus Kinley. Smothered, and we're going to have a rundown. And out there at third, coming home, what a play. Kinley Rasmus continues to put her name in the record books. Up the middle, that will win the game for Phenix City. And Alabama survives. A heroic effort by Warner out of the pen for Pennsylvania. He was so good, and that really had everything that you'd love in a Little League baseball game, including a big clutch hit by Brooks Cameron to win it for Phenix City. You take a look at what they did, the largest comeback in state history. They lost to Washington to start at 2-0. That was in the 7th inning. They beat California 12-2. Pennsylvania by the run. They beat Washington 4-2. So many of these teams lost their opener and then in the elimination bracket have managed to win 3 games in a row. It's a pretty good matchup right here. Jefferson Fraze, Josiah Infante, and Cam Lee, who's 2 for 7 with a home run.
Both those hits loud, not just the home run, Rav, but his double he had off the wall.
He's got 4 runs batted in. His weakness has been up. Slider that lands, it's 0-1.
It's a really good start pitch. Usually you see him pump that fastball in there. But if he could find a way to throw strikes with that pitch too, that would help him moving forward.
0-2.
He just looks like a football player. Look at him, my goodness.
Saw his brother. He was there, I think, when he made his announcement on the commitment, and it may have been Lee who was there to help him make the announcement on where he's going. He's got dreams of playing football in the state of Alabama. The 0-2. Watch it.
Just imagine in a couple years, him getting the ball, meeting him in the hole with shoulder pads and a helmet on. No, thank you.
These kids have all played so many sports, thankfully, and so much baseball this summer. And Fonte delivers. Low, 2-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. It was his brother Markel Benton who played linebacker at Alabama. And that is where Cameron wants to play quarterback. And the day that Markel said that he was going to go to Alabama, little baby Cam was there to announce it.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. 3-2, trying to get his arms extended and give the ball a ride.
That's where you got to be careful. Middle away. Take you back to Saturday. What happens when he gets extended? Oh, yeah. You get a pitch down middle. You got out of here quick. Opposite field, a massive home run. Big inning for Bama.
Big start would be to get a runner or a strikeout, and that missed. It is a leadoff walk for Lee, so speed is on the bases. Second inning in a row, the leadoff batter has gotten on.
This wouldn't be an Alabama game if they weren't down early. I mean, this team thrives on coming back. Ultimately, if I'm a Rasmus manager and a coach here, you want to be winning 4-0, but this team loves it.
Jimmy.
Infante went from the windup in the first. He's gone from the stretch in the second. Not sure if that was an effort to address some of the concerns that Phoenix City was having. You heard let's slash here, so you should expect Harrison to square to bunt and then swing away, try to draw McAdams, who's already in at third, even further in. He's creeping. Pulls back, and this is a ground ball, could be 2. Feltner steps, throws, and did he hold the bag? Ooh, close play. They say he came up, but everybody in the infield is going universal. Let's review it. To the naked eye, it looked like Frazier may have kept his foot on the bag.
Feltner gets the bag, and I mean, the throw beats him. That's without a question. Does his foot stay on?
Oh,
it
yeah.
does.
No question.
What a nice reach there, too. Look at that. It looks like it could be. That's going to be an easy overturn call. Big double play to start this second inning.
Great decision by Feltner as well. He could have flipped it to Osborne, and he's an 11-year-old shortstop. He read it beautifully, took it himself, and fired to smiling Bob Frazier over there, who was able to hold the bag. But Bob, his last couple of days here in Williamsport.
Stepping up on the mound, too.
That's just a clean play on teams that play clean, especially late. Don't make errors, don't walk guys or girls. You've got a much better chance of advancing.
This helps Infante out too. I mean, listen, I know he's slow paced. He takes his time, but again, a leadoff walk. Understands a double play is a huge play for him. It keeps the pitches down too. This is the horse they got to ride with.
Yep. All right, so a couple of things that we've seen tried by Phoenix City. The steal, you know, which brought the run in but ended the inning effectively. And then, yeah. Except for Joe's like, yeah, man, we had him. We had him. What was the question about? And then the slash didn't work either. It led to a double play.
The corners didn't even bite either. I mean, they were showing bunt. They were barely. Came in a couple steps, but that's it.
Here's the hero from the other night, Brooks Cameron, that big comeback. He won it for him. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
We talked about this in the open. 7 through 12 hitters for Bama. This has been a huge part of their offense the last 2 games. 7 for 21, including that game winner from Brooks Cameron right here in the 7-hole.
Three balls and no strikes. It's not a work of art, but it's very effective.
No, exactly.
When you need it, he gets the strike.
You know, when you're playing defense behind somebody that's slow and not as deliberate, like you want to will them. Like, let's get going a little bit. I want to get in motion. But it's been working.
Yeah, now he goes back to 3 and 2.
Yeah, you credit his coaches too, because he was not a pitcher, and even though you see his stature and his size, the intimidation, they have worked so hard on his mechanics and honestly slowing him down to get everything to fall into place.
Favorite player is Vlad Guerrero Jr. Big Josiah now, 3-2. He lands it. Boy, he comes back when he needs to. A double play and a strikeout. His second tonight.
Frage, both have been looking too. The 2 Ks through 2 innings just freezes them up. Get in the kitchen, inner half. Sits him down after the stellar double play to get him out of it.
That is the middle of central Pennsylvania, Lomity Stadium. We welcome you back to ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series presented by T-Mobile. Little League wants to say thank you to New York Life and Beef. It's what's for dinner. They're official sponsors whose support helps create meaningful experiences for the communities, the volunteers, and the boys and girls all year. Little League also thanks their volunteers who make a lasting impact on millions of kids worldwide. They are the engine that makes this vehicle go. And there is the next gen with a big bow, a onesie. Now, where do you find that? Where do you make that?
This is so impressive. I'm not even gonna lie. On a softball, I mean, let's go. We've seen bow onesies like crazy. All the fear the bow, love the bow.
Still waiting for my onesie.
It's on order. It takes longer than the other ones to make.
All right.
A little more material. 1 ball, 1 strike. How hard would it be, Todd, if you knew that the opponent was taking a pitch or two to throw a first pitch strike?
Just sit center of the plate and hopefully you hit was the zone. It would be hard.
Yeah, but if you do swing, you go right back up the middle. Feltner got a promising future ahead of him. really good in the field with a double play, and he delivers a leadoff single. Great approach, too. Right back up the middle.
That's how you teach it right there. Take until you get a strike, and then when you get another one, drive it where he's not.
He's been on twice. Dangerous time, too, with Infante. Slider away.
Yeah,
second time they've swung at the first pitch, and that's it.
Yeah, he's hunting the heater, and he got a curveball.
That's where you go. Up top, it's 0-2.
Pumped up there a little bit, Jess. That looked like a little firmer than he's had thrown before. Good pitch.
High. Josiah is 6'1" tall. Oh boy, this one is actually shallow center field. Late jump for Lee. Diving effort by Champion. I think it fooled everybody because it was way off the end of the bat. And when he swings, you just figure it's going far.
Well, here's the deal. The outfield was playing deep, so again, your first step is back, but you have to read that. Oh, such a tough play. You think with Lee's speed, he just goes right after it. I mean, that's a ball that has to be caught in order for this team to move on and stay in this game.
So think about the balls that were hit to the second baseman in the first inning. There's another one that you could argue should have been an out. And instead, 2 on, nobody out for McAdams. I'm feeling pretty good with the bats right now.
Yeah,
another first pitch swing, which is so rare for them.
Yeah, you mentioned there were only 2 leading in this. Jack McAdams has 2 of the 3. He's the only one in this order that looks like, all right, I'm not following the rules. I'm here to hit.
Or I got my own Jordan rules here, or in this case, Jack rules. He just goes when he wants, and he's such a good hitter, he can earn that. Woo. Jack said he fell in love with baseball when he was 4 in the backyard with his uncle, and that made him want to play Little League. He takes there. He's a very, very good, accomplished soccer player, but he said, I like baseball, I like being with my pals. And he's driven. Figured I got more room to grow right now in baseball, so I'm going to focus on that.
No batting gloves, too. Do not see that very often. A couple kids on this Ohio team, though, will go a little old school. No padding, no shin guard.
They force you into those counts, and he swings and fouls it off.
Lock yourself in right there. Get your mind right.
Feltner at second and Infante at first. It's a 4-1 game. 4 runs in the first for Ohio. And they got the starter, Easton Allen, out of the game. Nobody out. We've had bases loaded. Nobody out before in this one. Center field, Lee, late jump. It's going to drop in front of him. There's no play. The bases are loaded, and everything is going right for Ohio.
What did his manager say, too, right before that pitch? Just touch it. Just touch the baseball. And I'll tell you what, this is just a simple swing. Get it to center field, and that's what we've seen. 2 consecutive hits, just plopping in the outfield for hits.
It's the right approach. Touch the baseball, like you said, short and sweet. Take your legs out of it. And here comes a hitter that's got 2 homers in the regionals.
That is Xander Kincaid. Infield forced in again. First pitch on the corner at the knees for strike 1. This is a really difficult way to live. This inning, no walks. 3 consecutive singles. Two strikes to Kincaid. He had a good at-bat his first time up. He was in a similar 0-2 situation and worked a walk. Oh. Not there, though. He's gone, and that is a first out and a big one for Harrison.
That's the hardest part, Frage, about taking first couple pitches. You know, until you get 2 strikes, is then you got to chase. You got to protect the plate. And tell you what, C.J. Harrison did an excellent job in that bat, attacking and then making him chase outside.
Well, Frazier's had quite a 24-hour period on the mound. We saw him stretch to help that double play out. Here he is with the bases loaded, and that's strike one. Harrison pounding the zone here. Ground ball, the infield's coming home to get the force out.
Good pitch, too, for Harrison there, coming right back at you. Again, not wasting time, motion getting there, firing it through. Good mixture of the slider and the fastball.
Could be a momentum-defining inning in this game. On the ground into right field. That's going to bring in one. And he delivers another big, big hit. Bob Frazier. 5-1. Two-strike hit. And they go station to station. Their fourth single of the inning.
And as you see here, look at Riker at first base. Watch his first move. He shifted right to first base. Oh, man, that's a tough one. Sometimes your momentum takes you that way, knowing you got to get to first base. Again, I think it would have been a single either way, but you never know. Maybe a dive could have stopped him and got an out there.
Well, Ohio's had another reliever out in the bullpen who is now coming up.
You're going to have to get a pause here.
The hurry-up rule is not in effect.
Just think about that in the major leagues if that happens.
Exactly.
Shohei, let's go. Hurry up, man.
Walker Osborne looks at strike one.
Do you think he normally had two batting gloves and he couldn't find the other one? Because I've never seen a kid come up with just one. He was trying to find whatever gear he could.
Infante is the runner at third.
Nice.
They are a very good two-strike hitting team. They seem very comfortable, obviously, taking pitches and being behind in counts and still putting the ball in play. And many of their hits have found grass or dirt tonight. Osborne already 3 hits, will not swing there, and it goes 2-1. Hey, well, we're in the third. The pitch count for Harrison is starting to creep up there.
Yeah, it's tough to come right in knowing that you didn't think you were going to come in the first inning to battle back.
Nowhere to put him. It's 3-1.
And you're seeing Harrison too. He's fallen off just a little bit more towards first base. That'll have a little bit lag on his throwing arm. If he can find a way to come forward, put a little more pressure on the batter here and throwing strikes. There it is.
Right down the middle, 3-2. As a team, Alabama tonight has thrown over 100 pitches, and we're in the third inning. On a play. Talk about it a lot. There is an art to making contact and getting foul balls.
I mean, you take a guy like Luis Ariz in the major leagues. All he does is just want to touch the ball. And you see his on-base percentage every year, one of the tops.
So he forces another pitch.
Yeah.
And he gets the big strikeout call.
That's a pitch right there. You tip your cap. This fastball, inner part of the plate. Oh, right on the white there. Nothing you can do. He knew it.
Fourth strikeout of an Ohio hitter, Finn Dykes, who struck out his first time up. Now bats, bases stay loaded. Infield moves back. And this one is to left field. That's going to get down. Finn Dykes delivers. Rounding and coming in with the throw cut off. 2-run score. Dykes makes it 7-1. The bottom of the Ohio order delivers.
Listen, are they going to swing at the first pitch? Yeah, a lot more often today. Perfect placement. It seems like they're finding every spot they need to have. Finn Dykes, another guy stepping up big time for Ohio.
The onslaught of Ohio offense, awfully impressive.
We're going to hit, right? Okay, a little bit, good bit. Hey, those right. I'm about to put Cam in. Yeah. Push center field. Nobody better. Hey, let's hit. Cam with those strikes. Work your butt off. Right, you good back here? Let's work better. Hey, work. You got to take all your gear off.
The 1 through 9 hitters as we go to break all have either a hit or a walk. It has been awfully impressive to see so far tonight. And it doesn't matter where they hit. Feltner, the 3-hole. Finn Dykes down near the bottom. OHIO having their way right now.
On the Steel City as 4 teams battle for early season dominance. Who seizes the moment in Pittsburgh? The opening Spike Classic starts Friday.
Volleyball on ESPN2. Seasons continue to collide with each other. And I'll say this, the Ohio offense has been outstanding on this diamond of a baseball field. After the loss to Nevada, the walk-off, they have outscored the opponent a lot to a little, 30-3. Zach Hilton will bat with the bases not loaded, but first and third. Feels like there have been blue uniforms on all night long, and the first one from Lee sails high and tight.
Ravi, another stat, 6 hits and 6 walks, and we're not even through 3 innings. That is a recipe for success for them.
One and one. A big lead out there at first base from Dykes, but he retreats back to the bag. It's Little League. There's not really a lead that is safe, but a 6-run cushion, 2 outs. They have to feel really good about where they're at right now. So much of a Little League tournament here in Williamsport has to do with which pitchers you have available on the days that you're playing a game. 2 balls, 2 strikes on a low one at the knees.
Might see a little action here first and third. You saw Dykes getting off a lot. 2 strikes, opportunity to make a little noise. There he goes. How many full counts have there been today for Ohio?
29, I think.
Been a lot.
There's been a lot. 6 walks and a liner on the ground now. Fielded on 1 hop, and that'll do it in the inning. Easton Allen picked it up. But they continue to add on. 4 in the first, 3 more in the third.
Only 3 coaches are allowed on the roster, but a 4th coach, Chris Kraft, has played a crucial role for Hamilton, Ohio. Yesterday, before the game, all the boys ran over to the dugout to see Coach Kraft on FaceTime because he gets them hype before every single game. We also know, though, that Coach Kraft has been there for the kids while battling colon cancer for the 2nd time, and we all want to send him some love and support from us and his boys.
And we echo that for sure, and hope that Coach Chris Kraft can beat it. Amazing the impact you can have on kids. And after the Alabama win, it wasn't the Rasmuses, but it was Gustavo Quintero who was singled out. He's the 3rd coach, military background, and Fort Benning is, of course, right around the corner there. It touches your heart to realize the impact that a good coach can have. Another parental figure, and sometimes kids are more willing to listen to someone not a parent.
They're permanent markers. They're going to forever impact your life, good or bad. Doesn't go away.
Bryson Williams is on the mound. Caden Trent behind the plate. Riker Rasmus bats for the first time. And he will send one into right field. That's going to get down. Heading over there is Vonderheide. Big turn. We're going to have a play at second. The throw is a little high. It gets away. Now he sprints to 3rd. And he's going to get in there safely. Second time tonight that a player from the Southeast has led off and ended up at 3rd.
Jess, this would have been really close. I'm surprised they sent him to 2nd, but guess what? When you're running like that, you always have a chance. The momentum takes you to 2nd. Nice piece of hitting. And guess what? What can I do next? Ball gets by, air. Now you got action over here for Bama.
Lorenzo Quintero, who we talked about his dad. Great off-speed pitch there from Bryson Williams. Woo, pulled the string.
This kid can fly too, Quintero. If he bunts, he always has an opportunity to get on base.
It's a special talent.
And Fonte's move over to first. A drag bunt on the first baseline would be an automatic hit if he could keep it fair. Well, instead he pulls one to first. There's going to be a play at the plate. A hard throw, safe at the plate is Rasmus. And Fonte hesitated for a second on that first look, then stepped on the bag and fired.
And he's hitting himself after this play because he thought about going. You see that hesitation. Should I throw it? Should I get the out? Close play at home.
I think if he doesn't look at the runner at 3rd right away and goes right to first base, touches it, then throws, that would have been a much closer play.
You couldn't ask for a better location. I mean, it was hit right to where he was at, too.
Jerry Taylor on the corner, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Jerry Taylor, the hero yesterday's game, getting that opportunity to pitch. Came in so clutch.
Swings it 1 down. Yep, chase the cheddar up top. Williams picks up a punch out of Taylor. You can follow these amazing kids as they experience their own Little League World Series adventure. Download the Little League World Series app and you'll get all the highlights, behind the scenes photos, schedules, and more available in the app stores for Apple and Android devices. The Little League app.
Do some shopping on there. They got a whole warehouse here behind their store. Got a sneak peek of that. 2 stories of all kinds of fun clothes.
You got an invite to that one, Fresh?
No, I didn't. That's interesting.
It's like a secret room. It's like a whole nother world.
Guess where I'll be tomorrow?
The warehouse?
At the warehouse.
0-2. Williams working quickly, a little different pace than what we saw from Big Joe.
Well, here's the difference. Ohio's been around twice. They got their 11-hole hitter coming up. This is the first time that Alabama has had their 11-hole hitter come up.
Good swing there, fouled off by Burt. Jess was in the warehouse, though. You were burying chocolate chip pancakes with the former head of Little League International, Steve Keener, this morning.
we were
Oh, that must have been the buttery biscuit. That's his go-to.
No, it was Dolly's.
Okay.
That's a little high.
So what we found out, they changed the name to Dolly's.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
So that was important. So why do you take Infante out? Well, he's now eligible to pitch Saturday in the U.S. Championship if they get there. That didn't miss by much.
Good take.
The other thing Frazier and I found out today, there are 4 dollies. We went to 3 of them before we got to the right one. So we had that going for us.
Got a good scenic view today.
Call strike 3 inside corner and paint from Bryson Williams. Well, you're chipping away with 1, but you're down by 5 as we go to the second half of this one. 4th inning coming up. Welcome back, everyone, to ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series. It is presented by T-Mobile. Take a look as the camera pivots through the privet out there. Game Changer, the official scorekeeping technology partner of the Little League World Series. Coach smarter. Connect live and replay the action on Game Changer. It's the #1 youth sports app. Live the game like never before. Lamini Stadium opened in 1959. Little League World Series was the sole purpose. The whole thing was started by a man named Carl Stotts, who loved Little League baseball, and it grew from having just local Pennsylvania teams play in it to United States teams to worldwide. It was originally a wood facility that they brought in concrete in 1968. They put lights up in 1992. And here we are.
I remember when I played in '98, it was the fences were wood. 205.
Yep.
205.
205 around the edges.
So did you look at your homer that you hit that we see all the time? Would that have been a homer at 225?
I put one in the shrubbery.
No, I'm not talking about that one.
Which one? Oh, that one?
We show all the time.
Yeah, 226, 227.
Okay. 225, 226, yeah. 2006 is when Little League moved the fences from 205 to 225.
Great idea. More doubles, more triples.
We call it the Frazier fence rule.
I like homers.
And they walked you 8 times, so you weren't going back to the dugout much.
11-12, top of the order. Lee, liner, caught. Easton Allen was there, 1 down.
And that's what you have to do. Try and get quick outs here so you can get back in that dugout. to get those bats going. It seems every time they score, they've gotten 1 run at least back. But again, 5 runs is a big, big mountain to climb.
Riker Rasmus is now catching. Brooks Cameron is in the dugout with Kason Smith and Lorenzo Quintero. Secret sauce, first pitch strikes. Vonderheide looks at one right down the middle.
I give it to Cam Lee. He did not only not pitch here in Williamsport, did not pitch in the regionals. It's been 3.5 weeks since he's thrown a baseball in a big moment.
Good pitch right back at him off his glove. Rasmus is coming and there's no play. Line shot back up the middle, that same approach, and that's Vonderheide, who is the 12th hitter.
That's a sweet swing from the 12th hitter. That's what you're looking for. Lee almost came up with it. Couldn't find it. Again, another base hit, and here comes the walk machine.
More traffic for Treadway.
I love that role model as the high school shortstop. Of course, his dad's the head coach.
Swings at one and sends that into foul ground.
You could tell he's a coach's son. Just great baseball IQ. We talk about the walks and taking pitches, but even seeing him pitch yesterday, beautiful understanding of the game of baseball.
Got Burt way over in right field, too. So that foul ball down the line, he didn't move one bit.
Dan Ryan, right, state champion too. High school baseball in Ohio, 0-2, and that's a good take. So many kids would swing at that pitch with 2 strikes. Boone on the mound yesterday too said he felt it from the bullpen. He knew he was going to pitch well. Gets out of the way and it goes 2-2. There's a calmness, there's a presence about him.
Yeah, he knew he was going to dominate the game is what he said. That just tells you about his confidence.
Swung on the ground to second. They'll go to Kinley for 1, and the throw is not in time. But the fielder's choice leaves Treadway on and takes Vonderheide off.
There goes that on-base percentage. Listen, good at bat, good play all around. It's an easy pitch and catch there, getting that first out, second out at second base, excuse me.
Lee faces Bryson Williams, who is the opposing pitcher now in the game. For somebody that hasn't pitched much, you can kind of dream a little bit on Cam Lee. And I know his goal is to play football, but you know there's going to be more power there. You can see the breaking ball is there. On the ground in the hole, Rasmus underneath her glove. And that's a hit for Bryson Williams. That's his 2nd hit tonight.
I just love the way he controls the barrel. I mean, just a beautiful job. You see him swing the bat. He'll poke it into right field. That was his first hit. And this one just 5-6 hole. Get around a baseball. Just enough past the reach. Erasmus. Hard to get it by her.
Well, it gets no easier. Leo Feltner. He swings at the first one. They're getting a little bit more aggressive now for sure, especially the top of the order. Another soccer fan of Kylian Mbappe. He has scored 6 runs as Leo Feltner in this championship. Can they answer the 1 run that the Southeast just got? Outfield squeezed in right field. Plenty of room in right field, and he takes another one. 1 through 9, we have 12, but 1 through 9, 6 hits, 6 walks, and 7 runs scored. That's a good pitch right there. He strikes him out on a nasty breaking ball. Feltner is gone. They do hang a 0 up. And who's getting ready? The number 12 hitter and then the top of the order.
She's ready.
She is ready. What's coming up tomorrow? 9 a.m. games, both fields locked and loaded. So be ready for that. And then the United States game will be re-aired at 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you have to be at work, that moon has kind of been in and out tonight. Looks very full. And as we start the bottom of the 4th inning, Ohio leading Alabama 7-2. Phoenix City has gone deep. 3 different pitchers have been used. And that bottom line is the one that gives folks hope for Phoenix City.
I'm shy, Mama.
It's Cooper Champion. He is the last hitter, then Easton Allen and Kinley Rasmus. And that's a start, a hit batter on the 12 hitter. So Williams sends Champion to first, and here you go. Will this be the inning?
It's been the first pitch that's been a little wild on both sides. Now, you're the 12-hole batter. You're fine with that. If you're Alabama, you're really fine with that note, and Easton Allen's coming up.
All right, so all 4 innings, the Southeast Phoenix City has had the leadoff runner on. Twice they've scored.
Oh. So I'd at least push the pause button. First pitch breaking ball.
That was nice.
Good job there to block it as Allen thought about swinging. The count goes 1-1. That one hurt Caden Trent a little bit.
Let's see where it got him here on this bounce.
It's going to leave a bruise.
Yeah, right in the groin. Catching's tough.
Rasmus, the on-deck hitter. 5-run game, 1-1. Whoa, same pitch, and he's out in front of it.
Pulling the string.
Yes.
2 times.
1 and 2. Remember, Allen hit that big triple to the right center field gap. He did it with 2 strikes. He elevates on the ground. Feltner flips 1 first, no. It's Treadway out there as Feltner's moved to third. Good start of that near double play, but Osborne's throw is not in time. And we welcome Kinley Rasmus to the plate for what may be her last plate appearance at this Little League World Series.
Berkey always talks about this. When the ball's hit hard, you either got to come get it or you got to drop step. Fundamentally sound by Boone at shortstop.
Son of a coach, here is Kinley. Could be her last plate appearance. Takes ball 1. She has set a record with 5 hits in Little League World Series for a girl. She's got an extra base hit. She sent one to the wall a couple of games ago.
Seen some big swings from her. All the hits come to left field. Really hard off the bat.
Two balls and a strike. She will play flag football. She will end up playing softball. That's her call, she said, and this could very well be, according to her, the last time she plays organized baseball. Quick pitch here on a 2-1, 3-1.
Watch Megan Grant break the NCAA record. Got a video message from her that made her whole week, she said. Reese Atwood as well, University of Texas, back-to-back champion.
She's got a lot of eyes on her, including her mom, Jill's. 3-1. Oof, good pitch right above her bat, 3-2.
Challenge accepted, says Mr. Williams.
Everything's been middle away. Talk about it. All her hits have been to that pull side. Doing a good job dotting away to her.
3-2 to Kinley Rasmus. Hits it hard on the ground to third, to second for one, to first. There will be no throw, but a fielder's choice. And another good defensive play. That time it was Feltner who threw it to Osborne. So you have two legit shortstops on the left side of each team defensively.
Yeah, if you really think about it, this Ohio team, the defense they play has helped them along the way too.
Stay down, barrel. Stay down, barrel through the middle. If it goes inside, pull it, outside, drive it, that would be a do. Let's go. Nobody better.
Berkeley. I'd like to see Elijah come to Williamsport and get a hit.
Yeah, definitely. You're rooting for a guy like this. Everybody knows his power. Everybody knows how hard he can hit the baseball.
2-0. Kinley off to second base, standing up. It's a 5-run ball game in the fourth. It's hardly a blowout game in that you can't come back on. Get a couple runs here, and just like that, you're down 3. But Ohio has done such a good job minimizing their mistakes, getting on base, timely hits. 2-1.
These kids from Ohio, they just look like they belong, you know? They just look like there's no nerves, just unfazed.
Watch it. Whoa, how did that miss?
Right? Right over his helmet.
Well, they do belong because, as we've said, their 6th appearance at the Little League World Series, the most of any U.S. Little League. On the ground in the hole, Feltner to his left. They do not make mistakes, and they make every play. Solid on the left side with Treadway and Feltner. We are through 4, and Ohio is 6 outs away.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's the preacher and the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brink of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go where it's covering all the colors and lights, where the runaways are running?
The Great Lakes moving closer. Nevada is already in the U.S. Championship game. They beat Iowa by a score of 14-6, so Iowa will get another chance tomorrow to see who's going to be on the mound for them. There's no Tisson, there is no Anthony Johnson Jr. Ohio and Alabama, one of them will move on for that date, and then it's Nevada in the title game. If they get there, they got a chance to use this guy right here in Josiah Infante. Two and 0. Infante, McAdams, Kincaid, middle of this Great Lakes batting order.
Infante just missed one last at bat. He hit one off the end. Still got a base hit. If you're looking for power, this is the dude right here.
Can you imagine being 6'1" at 12 years old? 6'1". That is a big growth spurt last year for him.
Whoa, right off of Lee. It deflects to third, and that's the biggest fear at the Little League. And safe is the call at first. Berklight picked it up, and it looked like he may have thrown him out at first base. Let's make sure Lee is okay on the mound as well.
You're weak. Yeah, probably straight bone. What you thinking? How you feel? Good. Feel good? Never better? Good. Can we throw a couple? Yeah. Can we throw a couple?
And they are going to take a look at this. Thing was hit so hard and ricocheted to Berklight. He made a strong throw over to first.
Just right off the elbow too. That's going to hurt a little bit.
And the throwing arm too. Oh, so scary.
Yep.
I'm just glad he ducked, got his head out of the way.
What a reaction too. He's going to be out at first base.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, they asked to look at it. So.
Oh, what a play.
Berklight gets it from his glove to his throwing hand quicker than anybody that I've seen at the Little League level. We saw that so often, and he's going to get an out on a play that ricocheted off of Lee's arm.
I'm just glad he's okay, man. That came off really hot off the bat. That's one strong kid right there.
You're not kidding. They're going to let him throw a few pitches as soon as this review is completed. And they change the call to an out at first base. Heck of a play by Berklight. Now our home plate umpire, Ruben Ramos, is going to let him throw a couple of pitches to make sure his elbow's okay. The athletic trainer is out there. I think he's going to be all right. And look, just projecting, if you're going to be the quarterback at Alabama, you're going to be some hard hits.
Yes, there is. Unfazed.
Maybe throwing harder than he did before. How about Uriah Berklight reacting to that?
Play's not over.
Ever have to do that when it deflected off of a pitcher and you're worried, like, is my pitcher okay, but I got to make a play?
It's a tough decision, but I know the pitcher in the back of their mind wants the out, of course.
Jack McAdams is up, and that first one misses.
Jack McAdams is having himself a tournament. Had 5 hits coming in, reached base twice already in this one.
On the ground in the hole, boy, Jack McAdams is back. That is his 7th hit here in Williamsport. And it seems like they have had a runner on in every inning.
All 3 at bats swinging at the first pitch. He's the only one in this lineup that has, I'm not even going to be patient. I am literally just jumping on what I see. And it has paid off for him in a big way.
And now Lee throws. Kincaid is up. That is a ball caught by the second left-handed catcher we've seen. We've seen Cooper Tisson do it, and now you have Riker Rasmus again for his second inning of work. Breaking pitch gets a piece of the plate. Hey, that's a skill too, getting out of the way of balls. We've seen a number of balls thrown near the hitters' heads and or upper part of their body, and they get out of the way of it. 2-2.
It happens a lot in Little League.
Kincaid got to have that Trey Turner kind of finish.
Yeah.
That one-handed, get low on your knees.
Yeah, he went. You're right. That is exactly like Turner, but that's a strikeout of Kincaid for the second out.
Lee saw it on the pitch before. Fastball by him. He said, let me go up just a little bit higher. And it's in. Unhittable pitch right there. What a fight back by Cam Lee.
Frazier has reached twice tonight. He's in the middle of his moment with his pitching last night. The walk, single and an RBI in his second plate appearance. If Phoenix City's going to come back, it's going to have to be through the bottom of the order. I really like Cam Lee as a pitcher.
Yeah, you get to see kids step up to the big stage, not afraid of anything, and he's all about it.
Especially because he hasn't thrown. I mean,
that's what I mean. There's just natural athletic ability.
But how many times do you see that natural athlete but has a hard time throwing strikes? And he is just pumping the strike zone, getting ahead of hitters. Took a ball off the elbow, and it has not affected him at all.
On an 0-2. Jason Cheese up top. Cam Lee. Back-to-back innings that they have not scored in after getting 4 in the first and 3 in the third. They get 0 in the fourth, 0 in the fifth.
Helps when you get the swing and miss. Let's elevate this one. Fastball upstairs for the third strikeout. His 2 innings he's pitched.
Welcome back. You can read the screen there. 3 football games. We are back to football international with a game in Dublin, North Carolina, TCU at noon Eastern time. NC State against the Hoos, and then followed by Alabama A&M against Howard in Atlanta, 7:30 Eastern time on ABC. All 3 games available on the ESPN app. Back here just about 9 o'clock Eastern time. We will have a game, 2 of them tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time with weather coming in. So about 12 hours from now, we're back having the first pitch at both Volunteer and Lomity. Jessica Mendoza, Todd Frazier, Carl Ravitch, Jessica Sims providing the coverage for this 2026 Little League World Series. Kind of came in, you know, thinking it's a little bit more open than it's been. We saw California, obviously a very talented team, but they checked out 0-2, and then you sort of wondered, like, so is there a dominant team here? You think there's a dominant team, or can any one of the, what will be 3 left after tonight, win it?
I mean, I was really impressed with Nevada earlier today, and I'll tell you what, after seeing what Iowa could do with their pitching, but not have that once Cooper Tisson came out, that complete team is everything. But I'll tell you what, Ohio has that too. To get an advance, it's not just about the stars, it's about having the defense, everyone in the order.
Needing base runners, first pitch swung on in the hole, fielded by Treadway, and safe is the call. In the hole, and it looked like Kason Smith beat it out. We'll see if they want to look at it.
Well, you know, Boone Treadway, if anyone's going to make this play, it's him. Collects this ball, has enough time to throw it down. The speed of Kason Smith, he does get there.
Another leadoff runner to start an inning, and only twice have they scored. This is a big opportunity for Cam Lee. 1 run in the first, 1 run in the third. Little League, man, you think leadoff man on, they're gonna come around.
It's been the defense, though.
Been so good.
And they make it look easy. It hasn't been flashy plays. Just getting it done.
Ooh, 2 balls and a strike.
That is pretty shallow for Cam Lee up to bat on the pull side.
And off the line is Kincaid out there. 1-2. And you have to swing at that because the one before was called a strike.
His hands are so quick. Talk about him pitching. He looks good there, but he has some of the quickest hands as a batter here. Just waiting for one pitch to hit that barrel.
A little bit high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Okay, Bryson has been phenomenal in relief here for Infante. Limiting the damage, but a guy that can do a lot. 2-2, that's high. 3-2.
It's the first time we've seen some real emotion from Bryson Williams. He knows he's up against the big dog. He wanted that strike 3 call.
Very big pitch. And he has to spoil it. Good job by Lee.
This team's going to fight, Jess. We know that. 5 runs. It's a lot to get up to, but again, base runners, pressure, finding a way to get a walk. You never know.
Cam Lee hits 5th in the batting order, and another 3-2. Called strike 3, boy. He thought that was off the plate, but he is rung up on a strikeout, and that's the 3rd one for Williams.
Fastball. Oh, no. It could have gone either way, that pitch. That's a tough one to lay off with 2 strikes.
Frustration for the Southeast. Swing and a miss there. Harrison on one that is way outside the zone. They have not been able to come up with the big hit, and Ohio has done it all night long. 1 out in the 5th. Harrison squares. He did try to bunt there. And this one to right, and it is in front of the right fielder, now behind him. Smith will go to 3rd. They'll stay there, 1st and 3rd. Difficult play for Vonderheide out there. He's lucky that he deflected it, otherwise they'd have another run.
After the first 2 pitches, you thought this was going to be a tough at bat. He gets a pitch up. His timing was great. What a great stop by Vonderheide just to keep it mostly in front of him there. That's a big swing. My man's fired back up. He's not frustrated anymore.
Cameron hero the other night. C.J. Harrison picks up his first hit. He had been 0 for 9, so that's a good nugget for him right there to get one hit here in Williamsport. Now he's ready to roll. Williams 1-0. Swung on, half swing on the infield. And they have a chance for 2, and they will get it. Wow, where was C.J. going? Treadway caught it, fired to first, and diving back in, not in time. Boy, how good has Boone Treadway been on the mound, at the plate, and in the field. Treadway tracking off and feeling real good. Tarps off, everybody. Little League Baseball World Series is presented by T-Mobile. Stop hitting me in the face with a shirt. Little League World Series hits different with T-Mobile. I'm just not having fun in the middle of this.
That's where it pays to be the little guy.
Look at his face, that poor kid.
Squints, right? Squints. Lamity Stadium with Jess Mendoza, Todd Frazier, and Jess Sims, Carl Ravitch. 7-2, we go to the 6th. Winner gets Iowa tomorrow morning, less than 12 hours from now, on ESPN at 9 a.m. Nevada into the U.S. Championship game. And as Jess said, maybe the most impressive. I asked Jess that. Did you have an answer? Is there a team, let's just say, that Ohio wins that you think is favored of the 3 still left? Is it Nevada? Is it Ohio? Or is it Tisson Anthony Johnson group, if they can get to those guys?
I mean, for me, I got to be honest with you. You got to stick with Nevada. They're undefeated. A team that came out of their shell a little bit. We didn't know what kind of power they had. They bunted a lot, but they definitely came out of their shell.
Yeah, you and Jess agree on that. This is just a really hard team to play. And you wonder who's going to be on the mound and the effectiveness of Iowa tomorrow to throw, because there is no Anthony Johnson Jr. and there is no Cooper Tisson, and this team will not swing at anything that's not a strike.
But what's nice about that, Rav, and we've seen teams just roll through here. Curacao has that feel, by the way, over the international side. Doesn't feel like anyone can beat them, but with Nevada, they're still a beatable team. Not absolutely dominant, and that's fun to see when we go moving forward. We're gonna have some exciting games.
3 balls, 1 strike. Osborne, Dykes, and Hilton. Too far inside, and that is a leadoff walk. Find Little League at Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use the hashtag LLWS. How are you sneaking around in there?
Easy, Tiger. Is there a baseball in there, maybe? A pin? Something?
Just hide and seek, tag, you name it.
Nighttime hide and seek, or nighttime tag, or nighttime capture the flag. If you're not playing baseball, any one of those will work.
You're not finding him.
Look at that guy. It's not like just one person can see him when you're on national TV. There's a few that have their eyes on him.
It's a mom's worst nightmare, though. Where's my kid? Oh, they're behind the yeah. Just having fun all over the place over there. On the hill, in the shrubs, getting ice cream, cut off the back of your chairs and pick up a seat and watch this game. Doesn't matter.
And now we're back.
Free admission, too.
Now we're gone again. Look out.
Oh, watch the pole.
That would hurt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That pitch from Lee is down. A walk to Osborne to lead things off. 7 runs through 2 innings has been the difference in this game. Their defense has kept them right there, and Lee is maybe losing a little bit of his mojo and energy.
That's the hardest part, right? When you haven't thrown in 3.5 weeks, and you know he's throwing bullpen stuff like that, but this is high intensity, high adrenaline. He's now throwing his 47th pitch.
Yeah, 3-2. And did we check it? We'll check that. No, we didn't.
You know, in a few minutes, we're going to see him playing left field.
He's definitely going to the bullpen.
I'm feeling good. Everything. Bring Brooks in right here. I need strikes. I need to touch 2 walks. You good? You good? I like it. Hey, nobody better here. One thing good about this whole thing, you know what's going to happen right here? We're going to hit. Let's get. I don't care if they score 10 more runs. We're going to hit and score 15 or 16. I don't know how many. Let's work. Come on. Nobody better.
Cameron's going to come into the game. Brooks Cameron, as Case continues to press the button, and he gets the. Yes, sir. He waits for that to feel. Looks like they're not going to make the pitching change yet. But his point was we cannot afford any more walks.
Yeah, he always tries to find the happy medium there. He wants the happiness, the excitement, but he also wants positivity.
And he wants his pitcher to say, I want to stay in. That's the one thing Case Rasmus has been consistent with, going out there. Do you want to be in this game? And to his credit, he had a pitcher yesterday say no. So,
he did.
I mean, that's a fair question. They're 12 years old. They're going to be honest. Actually, I'm good, Coach. I'd rather not be pitching right now. Let's get someone else in here.
We got another guy that wants to call a baseball game, Zach Hilton. And having shaken his hand and spoken with him, he's in on that.
He interviewed Dustin May. Remember when the big leaguers were here?
Yep.
Dustin May in the stands. He was awesome. He probably wants Jess Sims' job then.
He'd take anything, I think. You know, you get an opportunity for him, he's going to take it. Very personable. We were talking about the necklace. He did confirm that it's not real diamond. Told me.
I want to follow up with Acuna, who said he was going to give his gold necklace to one of the kids.
1 and 2.
One of the kids asked him for it.
Yeah, the kid from Chechnya.
He said after the game.
I got a feeling he still has that necklace.
Ronald.
Of course.
Nobody out, top 6. Whoa. And it helped there to be a left-handed catcher.
No way right-handed Riker's making that.
I always find it interesting, the pitch calling. And when the breaking pitch comes, you're looking at somebody who's sitting down in the order. And he goes right back off Lee, who gets hit by another one. They play it first. Safe is the call. Boy, Lee is a big target out there. He's taken one off the arm and now another one off his leg. And Hilton is aboard with his second hit in Williamsport.
You can tell what Ohio practices. They're old school in every way, right, Frazier? I mean, when you're talking old school baseball, what are you doing? Let's hit ground balls up the middle. They've done that a few times now.
Yeah, but it's hard hit, too. It's nothing really soft.
We've seen this act before. Bases loaded, nobody out for Iowa. Earlier today, 9 runs were scored in the top of the 6th inning. That ball gets away. We're going to get at least 1 run to score.
You can see it's kind of falling off here a little bit for Alabama. Playing a lot of games in 3 straight days, it's hard.
Right there, the baseball. Great job. We got to put a championship Cardinal in to win this thing. Because we're champions. Hey, go to center field. Hey, we're going to hit.
This Westside Little League in their last 3 games scored 21 runs. They've added 8 more tonight. 29 runs in their last 4 games, and they may not be done yet. Nobody out in the 6th. They lead it 8-2 over Alabama.
I don't even care if you run the first. Just
Day 2, and there's some smiles out there for Brooks Cameron, who's not necessarily interested in being a major league player, but he does want to go pro as a fisherman. And now his job is to try to throw strikes and get this thing to the bottom of the 6th. And hope for, as Case has insisted all night long, we're going to hit.
Time to reel in that strike zone.
Vonderheide, who had a hit his last time up, is the last hitter in the order. The infield is in. Strike 1. There's been a bit of a relentless approach from this Ohio team. He tried to bunt there and get Dykes in from 3rd. He just missed it, and now he's...
move it. Read the wild one, Finn.
Playing until that last out. Saw an opportunity there. It looked like to get another run in.
No force out at home, no runner at first base on the 2-2. Late swing, but it was effective to stay alive. It's a complete offense. I mean, this is the 12th hitter, and you can see Trent and Hilton before him. Dykes with a hit and a walk tonight. (3-2) to Trent. Gets that called. Strike 3. Trent is gone, and there is 1 down. Take a look at our girl at shortstop, who has absolutely made a lasting impression on anybody who has seen her play. 5 hits in the tournament. That is a record. First with an extra base hits. Never happened. Batting tied for most runs and RBI and most wins and strikeout, tying Monet Davis with the strikeout numbers. Cannot say enough about her ability first and foremost, and then all the other aspects to deal with what she's had to deal with this week.
And she's doing it with carrying that pressure, and she talked about it. Spoke with her yesterday, and all of the eyes that have been on her, and she said, I never thought it would be like this. I understand the role that I'm playing. I look up to so many women, female athletes, and to know that I am in that role now, I just, I don't want to disappoint.
Yeah.
She has not.
As a 12-year-old.
The pressure that has been on this young lady ever since she stepped foot in the regionals. You give her praise, opportunities for other young ladies to step up and say, hey, I can do this too.
My favorite is just eliminate for a girl, right? It's not, yes, all the records, but it's a ball player, and what she's done, the records that she's even touched here for any player.
2-2 on the ground, and we're going to come home with it. The throw is high and safe at home. Finn Dykes, they get their 9th run. And they continue to apply the pressure.
Hard ground ball to second base here. He looked up instead of just getting it and throwing it home, and that was the split-second decision that made him safe. The ball was just up. Great slide over there by Dykes.
Nine to 2. We go back to the top for Treadway. Patient hitter, good hitter. See if we can get a ground ball here to Kinley to start a double play. Popped up left field. Champion is there. Tagging and coming in from third base. Hilton, he's safe. And they get double figures for the 2nd time in the tournament.
That's the first 2. He was hacking first pitch. I think he saw the excitement knowing up he's up 7. Just gets underneath. Another positive outcome for Ohio with another sac fly.
Making 31 runs in their last 4 games to this point, after losing the opener to Nevada on a Friday after having their Thursday wiped out with rain. That one is to third and past Berkeley. A relentless offense continues now with their 11th hit of the night.
This is Bryson's 3rd hit, too. We've seen him poke it all over the field. Opposite field, a couple 5-6 hole.
Well, everything that the Erasmus brothers and their other assistant coach, Coach Quintero, have tried just has not worked. And it started in that first inning with a couple of balls hit to the second baseman there, Carson Smith, that he just couldn't make the play on, which led to a 4-run first inning. And yes, there were some walks in there as well. This guy's a contact machine, too. He walked and then he singled and scored. And a fly ball to center. Takes one there.
You know the offense has been good when the top of the order gets their 4th at bat of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, normally it's 2 at bats, 3 if you're lucky.
And that's going to go through the hole. Another hit for Feltner, another run for Ohio as they pour it on here in the 6th. And the air is out of the Phenix City, Alabama balloon.
Just simple hitting right here, knowing where the hole is. Found a pitch, stayed back. When you're going great, Jess, you hit the ball hard, it's going to find the hole.
Williams, the pitcher, taken out. Dangerous spot here for Infante, looking to lift. 0-1. If they get there, there's a real good chance that this is going to be the start of in the United States Championship game. that is rolling. We don't want to miss any special moment.
The cool thing about this game, though, is you can stream it back.
Fair point.
I would love it as a parent to not be having your phone and record when you can just turn on the TV.
Praise, you see a lot of pitchers throw up for guys. Is there a secret to hitting pitches that are up?
It's hard to hit up. You just have to take the pitch, honestly. You have to be so perfectly on time.
That's going to be called strike 3. That'll get him off the field. Last ups for Erasmus and company, needing a lot as we go bottom 6. Lamity Stadium all lit up here, 9:25 local time, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Ballpark located in South Williamsport. There is no indication that we are getting close to shutting it down over there. That is a potential late night.
Car ride home nap.
Maybe. And then you have to have that transition from car. Yeah. That's a challenge.
Got to be soft with your hands.
And we are toast.
Oh, buddy. You know you're tired when your arm's your pillow and it feels so good.
Yeah, and it's on a metal side of a chair. Can't leave, though. Never know what can happen in the Little League game. Am I really seeing it? It's 11-2. Well, let's see what Riker Rasmus can do to start things off.
And it's about finding the energy a lot of times, too. I mean, just what the last few innings have done kills that momentum, that height that you feel coming into the game.
They got to get 5 on to get back to the top. Kinley Rasmus is 7 hitters away. Bryson Williams has been really good in not walking anybody. 1-hit batter, but a 2-1 count.
He goes quick, Rav. I mean, not all the time, too. He'll quick pitch. He's caught these Bama hitters off guard a couple times.
That's a good line right there. Oh. That ball is smacked to left field. It's deep, and no one's going to catch it. Off the wall it goes. Riker Rasmus. He's got a couple of hits tonight, and another good start to an inning for Phenix City.
2 doubles for the young man. That's got to feel really good getting out in front and touching one. That's what you do on a fastball inside. Good extension. Oh, man, that's got to feel really good.
Well, you know what happened, guys? They switched their third base coach. Went to Corey. Look at the swing, too. Riker. Send Dad to first base. Get Uncle over to third. They did this a couple games ago. It worked for their rally. That was a big part of their comeback. That's Quintero over at third base. Dad Case is now at first.
He has been anxious to swing here. He does get a chance to look down and see his dad. Oh, swing and a miss. Good pitch and a big first out here. Kind of quiet that double and the energy that it brought. Not certain that anything is affecting Bryson Williams, who has been locked in on his catcher's mitt, Caden Trent, since he's come on in this game. Chance for Jerry Taylor. Ball one up.
There was an opportunity there at 50 pitches. He could have reverted back there and saved another day. They had somebody warming up in left field.
That may be sort of your warm-up session for tomorrow morning.
Could be.
It's going to be here quick. He'll be warm.
2-1. Gonna feel good for the manager of this team, who again had struggled in his tenure. That's called a strike as well. But Tim is feeling the finish line here this time. 4 other times he's been here, and each time went 1-2. He's on the verge of picking up his 4th win this year. Another 2-2. And this one to center field. And it's caught out there by Frazier, and they are 1 out away from moving to a game tomorrow. Boy, you lose that game early on to Washington 2-zip in 7, and you bounce and you win 4 straight games. And you seem to be peaking. You're playing really well right now. It's got to be a confident Great Lakes team.
Oh, they got to be itching to play again. I mean, that's the thing. Tomorrow can't come any quicker for this team. They're going to be locked and ready to go.
One ball, 1 strike. 2-1. The story for Southeast, the total team effort, the Rasmus name, and certainly the starring role that Kinley played. This is a fair ball fielded by Trent to first. Out is the call to end it. Ohio wins at 11-2 and stays alive, make it 4 in a row. And they will get Iowa in 11 and a half hours.
We make some history, though. Kinley Rasmus, I'll tell you what, it has been a fun ride. Alabama will be sad to see them go, all the bows, but you credit Ohio for everything they've done. Do not hang your head, Kinley, because you have done some remarkable stuff.
Yep, she has been outstanding and an ambassador for baseball players, let alone female baseball players. Mom, very proud. Of course, Dad should be very, very proud. She is the one that people will remember from this until we crown a champion. Records all over the place for Kinley Rasmus, and it has been an absolute treat to watch her play. And the rest of the team from the Southeast. Good group of kids. We got 3 left: Nevada, Ohio, and Iowa. We will see you tomorrow morning early, 9 a.m. Eastern time. 11-2 is our final. For Frage, Jess, and Jess Sims, I'm Carl Ravitch. Thanks so much for watching. U.S. Open Tennis starts now, and we'll see you in the morning.